Okay. So this is your file. Now I have to first check the questions. I don't remember. This is your data. This is the data we have in the test, right? So this is again not in the proper format. This is the, we have to unpivot it first. And you have seen this in the data modeling also. And hope you have got that the user relationship, the second lecture which I messaged. So this is the kind of the format I need. So how, first of all, see that you have, so this is your data. Yes, so you have actually converted this. Okay. So let's see in the transform. Okay, so now the problem is this comes from your the different path. Okay, so no problem. We'll just have a look here. So you see that this salesperson and the month and the sales and the month name as well. Okay, so this is the month name you have created separately. Okay, so this is the unpivot form. Okay, because otherwise we will not be able to use we will not be able to create the visuals. And this I have already explained in the last session. Uh, so month you have used this function. Okay, format function. Okay, fine. So the data is correct. That this was the first step. Once the data is set, now we will see your. So let's check the question number one. So where is the question number one? This is the question number one. Okay, test DAX.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so everyone, first let me see the question. Create a DAX which shows the total sales from month January, February, March only. So that means I need the total, which means I will use the sum function. And because there is a criteria, so sum I can't use it as a standalone. I will prefer then using calculate, because I think in the calculate I have a filter criteria, and there I can say that the month has to be equals to Jan or Feb or March. Let's see how he has done it. Calculate. So he's using the sales sum DAX. Sales sum DAX is already created. I think it's a simple, just a sale, the total of the sale. Perfect, right? Please remember one thing. As I said again, make sure, I mean, when you go and create the dashboards, so these titles will matter a lot. Okay, use some meaningful names. I mean, your audience will not like this. What is tax? What is all the sales sum? So this is for practice perspective. That's fine. But otherwise, you must give the proper names. So yeah, calculate using the DAX here, the same sum. Okay, and then comma. So after the comma, the second criteria, as I said, filter. So now you're saying that the sales month equals to, okay, so you're using basically the date function here. So you're saying it's 1st of January 2021,
Yes, sir.
and then the 2nd of January or this January. Okay, all right. So okay, so here you are actually using which field you are using? You're using the month field, right? This one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is in this field? Month? Okay. This one. Oh, yes. So here we have 1st January, 1st February, 1st March. I mean, you don't have the entire month data. I thought it's 30 days data. No, it's not like that. So it's basically 1st January obviously means January. Yeah, so yes, so you can do this way also. And this is correct. Please check if you have any doubts. Please let me know. So this is the formula is created, and I think this is fine. So basically this month, actually it should not be a month, it should be a date. So you go and change it. We have the dates over there. Okay, so date is, this is the date function, and I think we also have used this last time when I was explaining you data modeling, and there we had some issues. So date is a very simple function. It asks you for the year and the month and the day. That's it. So or is, yes, use the or function. Perfect. Everybody, anyone has any problems, please let me know. Or if you have done this differently, then also you can share. But as I said that I think calculate would be the first choice, so this is how he has done it. Okay, remember one thing, please remember now, because when he used this date, I was like, 1st of January, why is doing that? Because I thought there will be 2nd Jan, 3rd Jan also in the dates, because then in that case it would filter only one date. But our data is different. I forgot the pattern. The data actually has, for the Jan there is only one date. So in that case, this is perfect. You can do this. All right. So it means all of us are okay with this, right? Okay. So this is correct. It means use the card visual. Yeah. So next question is how to see each month contribution on overall sales in percentage. Yeah. So it means that we can create any visualization, maybe table, maybe a graph. There are two things that we are supposed to do here. One is that if I'm using, let's say, the month on month, the contribution for the sales. So I'll simply go and drop the total sales, which can be a field or a DAX, and you have created a DAX for that. So the moment I drag that, I will get the total sales because the filter context will be applied there. So I will see the each month of the original sales, the real time, the sales. And then for the percentage on the overall, I have to go and calculate the total, which means that I have to basically maybe use the all, because then all, if I'm using the visual like table, and if I drop the all tax over there with the total sales, then no filter context will be applied, and I can see in the denominator there is a, that the overall sale. Okay. So let's see how you have done it, because all will make sure that no filter context should be applied. So your question number 2 is this. Question number 2 is this. Okay.
Below the line bar graph, line chart.
Yeah, I'm checking. So you see, first of all, the formula is, so he is dividing, as I said, to total sale. Total sale is already calculated, guys, right? And then calculate the total sale, and there is a use of all, right? Which means that the moment I drag this formula here separately or with this, all will make sure that these months does not apply the filter on this. Otherwise, you'll get the same answer, right? So it means that it's basically calculating the total and also making sure that anything in the graph, if it is there, that X label, it should not change the value. So we said all. Numerator is simple. That is, as I said, that it's going to be the total sale, either sum of the sale or the DAX that you have already created, which is this. So you have divided this, and then in that division you have changed this format to the percentage. So we are fine with this. And this now goes, I think, in this, the visual, okay, monthly contribution. And I can see the choice of the graph is also nice because it shows the trend. If you remember, I told you that you should go and use the line graphs if you are dealing with the dates or the months, that makes a lot of sense. Anyways, so this is okay, and you see, so he is using the month here, okay, this month field, and then in the month field, I mean, we are using this uh, the month, so date, actually this is a date field, so we are using the date hierarchy here, correct? Fine. And then the DAX, he has used the DAX here, this DAX, which is basically giving that percentage. Okay, so again, the data is sorted, Jan, Feb, March, and I guess this is, okay, it's already sorted. Yeah, so now see, I thought that he may have created indexes to sort out the dates because, Jan, Feb, March cannot be sorted. Otherwise, they have a problem ascending, descending, remember? But again, then in this case, it is not required because these dates are already sorted in the ascending order, 1st Jan, 1st Feb. Yeah, so formatting, this formatting basically is coming in this January and the February, but sorting actually happening is on this month only, correct? So this is how it is. Now, one thing I'm wondering, so when you are actually using this, so let me just first remove this. So you're using this month, which is actually a date column. Yeah, so this is what you're doing, right? Okay, okay, fine. So by default, you're getting the full form. I thought it picks the first three letters only. Okay, yeah, fine, very good, very good. So everybody, is this clear, right? This question number 2. Any doubts, please ask me. It's very simple. What he's done, he just divided the total sales with the overall sales. And for that, what I wanted to, look forward here is the all, and he has used this. Very simple. Okay. So it means it's clear now, right? Can you create a card visual which shows the weightage of top 3 sales over total sale? Well, total sale, as we have discussed, we can use with the all. So we need to do what? We need to divide two numbers because this time the visual is card. So which shows the weightage, which top 3 sales. Okay. So top 3 sales that we need in the aggregation. In the aggregation means that it should go in the data and then it should pick the top 3 and then it should add them, and that should be a numerator and divided by the overall sales. So basically here the top 3 should come first of all. So here you have the totals. What is the total of this? It's $25, then it's 24,000 something, like this. So let's see how he has done it, because this is a 12-month data, so we need the top 3. Okay, so very interesting. So he has actually used the step by step. He has done it. So in the step by step, the one benefit is that you don't need to create the separate axis, as I said that day also. So he's starting with the variable called summarize, and I guess that's why you have changed the spelling of summarize, just because maybe DAX has that name,
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
it's not going to allow you, which is okay. So first of all, what you're doing here, you're saying, because we need to add first of all, so I can use sum or calculate or sum x. Sum we cannot do that because it's all about, this is a customization on a big level. About the calculate also, I'm not sure if we can do that, but maybe. But I mean, sum x, we have done this using the sum x also, remember. So sum x needs the table, everyone. So in the table, what he's doing, he's giving the right table. He's saying, I'm going to give you the top three sales. Okay. So I'm going to give the top 3 sales. So this is the n number. If you see top n says how many tops, and then if I press comma, this is the table. So in the table, this is the line that is the most important line. It's basically summarizing the data up till this point, I guess. Yes, because I need the total. You have Jan, you have Feb, you have March and all that, as I said. So I need the aggregation of all. I need the Jan total. Let's say the Jan comes 1,000, Feb comes 2,000, March comes 3,000, and then April comes 500, and then May comes 15,000. All that. When we have all that totals, then we will pick the 3. But how I'm going to get those totals? Like you do in the pivots, remember? So we have summarized this. So in the summarization, what we are doing, we are using this in the table parameter of this top end. So summarize is group, pivot kind of a thing. So we have in the summarize, this is the what you call the table name, which is sales actual data. After that, it asks you that on which particular field you want to group, correct? So I can see here, let me just say comma. You see group by. So I'm saying I need the grouping on the month, obviously, because I need the total on the month. Then I'm giving my own header name, and then we are using the tags here, which is total. So it means I have 2 columns in now table, which I will provide to my sumx. And we have done this before, which will be given to top end, which will have one is sales and the another one is the month name. So you will have Jan total sale 1,000, Feb total sale 2,000, and so on up till December. And this is because the descending order, this is again very important. So descending order means in the top end we are using. So it will sort the data in the descending order. And then you have all the 12 months sorted in the descending order, right? And from there, I will pick only the top 3 ones. Once I have done that, and this is the second parameter of SumX, if you remember, where I just have to write the expression, right? Because see, this all is SumX first parameter. SumX say, tell me the table. And in that table, tell me the column, the expression. So for that expression, I'm using the sales sum DAX here for that. Okay, that this is what I need. Okay, and I believe that you're using the sales sum DAX, which basically is this. Okay, so okay, fine. So to provide the table to the SumX means to provide top 3 values on the aggregation. We have used top in and summarize. First, we are summarizing the data. After summarizing, when we have the totals, then we are picking only the top 3. Okay, just give me a second. Don't shout यहाँ पे. Yes, it's picking the top 3. So finally, the right table goes in the SumX, and then we have the total. Okay, once you have the total, then what? Well, then you're creating another variable, and you're saying now we need to divide that total with the
top 3 sales divided by total.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Try to give this some other name. I mean, I got confused. Yeah. So this is basically top 3 values divided by total value, and then in return you have the final output. So basically, by writing in this way, we are able to calculate everything in single window. Otherwise, first I would have to calculate this separately. This top end I have to, I mean, top end I can create the table separately, then I can use that table inside the SumX, or let's say I don't want to create the table, the real table. So I will have to use first this, I will have to create this separately, and this is separately, which is already there. And then, I will divide this, and then finally I can use that. But everything is done in the same thing. So what really, I mean, what happened here is that we have said that take these months and aggregate their value. So suppose if I'm going to pick this 1st of January, like for example this one, because we are not bothered about the salesperson. This is, we want to check on the overall process, right? So see, this is the 1st Jan, right? So we are saying that summarize against this, just give me the sales, the total sale. Okay, and finally you have one field which says 1st January and the total, let's say 1000, whatever, and same for the then Feb and others. And then top n picks the top 3 in the descending order. Okay, so, and that's how you have this 27%. Any questions we have in this, guys? This is clear, I think, right? This is clear, right? Okay. So now let's go and check the next question. What are the bottom 3 months names where we have the lowest sales? Okay, so bottom 3 sales. So first we need to find out the total sales, and then we need to pick the bottom 3 from there based on the sales, correct? Maybe I can use summarize again, right? And then I can I can sort the data using top n, and then I can pick the top 3, right? Maybe this way. Let's see that how he has done it. If he has done question number 4. Yeah. So same thing, summarization happens. You see, in the summarization, the table goes, grouping happens on the month, new header sales, and under that sales, this is what we are doing. So summarize tops gives you the 2 fields with the month and the sales with their aggregation. That is very important. and then top n comes and says that, I want to sort the data ascending order based on this field, ascending order. So top three comes ascending order, and you're going to pick the top three. So then what happens? So question 4. Okay, so then this is the one. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
We need the lowest sales payment.
okay, so let's see. So what have you done here? You have created what? Slicer, row card, multi-row card. Okay,
Yes.
and then in that you have dragged this month name. Yeah, fine. This is also fine. Yeah, we could do this other way also. If you remember, we can use those. Uh, I think we have done this using some value function also, or concatenation we have done. I mean, without the any dragging, dropping the things. Just go back and check. Because I was telling you about this, and then somebody asked, I think that what if I don't need the visual or something like that. And there was another way also of doing it. So, anyways, this is fine. So you see, we have got this, right? So you need to work on the padding because this is taking so much space. Anyways, formatting is something I'm leaving it to you guys. Okay, please make sure that these numbers have proper color formats and everything, because if you will publish the report like this, nobody will see your hard work, because people need also the formatting, this elegance is very much important. Okay, clear everyone? This is clear, right? So we got the bottom three names. You can use any other visual also, not just the one he has used. You can use slicer as well. In the slicer you can use those horizontal layout. Okay, next question. Create a visual which can show the the weightage of first 3 months Jan Feb over the entire process. Yeah, so here again the same thing. We have to calculate the total based equals to first Jan, first Feb, first March, and then we'll divide that with the same formula, but this time we will include the all. Okay, let's see that question number 5. Yes, divide
So in
some
the
Q.
next step.
Create a visual which can show the weightage. It's a question number 5, right?
Yes, sir. It is in the
So
next step, sir.
this one?
No, next page, sir, where I have created three pages report.
Okay, okay. Yes, yes, okay. Question 5. So see, he's dividing the total sales. Okay, in the total sales, he's picking what? Sum of which field? Q5. Q5 sales. Okay, this one. Okay. So first, let's go here and see what is it. This Q5 is actually, yeah. This Q5 is what? You have created a table.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think it is a total of 3 months. I think Jan, Feb, March,
Hmm.
and then I like found out the contribution, not on overall sales, but the total of three months.
Okay. So why you created the table for this? I mean, can we not, because if I have to find the total, did you not try to just create this on the fly?
Sir, I think I tried, but I couldn't get it, or I was confused in this question.
It's basically, so I have to find out the total sales of the first 3 months. So first 3 months, if I have to calculate, the way you have calculated somewhere here equals to 1st of Jan, where is that?
But I
Uh,
think, sir, then we have show the percentage also contribution. I think it would be in table. It will not show in DAX.
no, like the way you have used this formula. So what if I say here equals to Jan or Feb or March? You have already, you have a field called month name. So if I just say
Sir,
that I want to
this
check.
This is something else. I think this is for some other question.
No, I'm saying that this formula that we, let's say, if I say Jan, Feb, March tax, sorry. So if I say that you are equals to Jan, for example, okay, month name I'm using this time, guys, month name, not this date, because this is date. So if I say that I need the total of the Jan, are you not going to get the total of Jan? That's my question.
Yes, sir,
This
we
is,
can get.
yeah, so this is Jan total. So there's no need for you to create, I mean, the table, though it is okay. But if I mean, so I'll just put here all criteria and I'll say copy or or this. So I'll use say Feb because I need the total of Jan, Feb, and March. So if I press enter, I should get this around 75,000. Yeah, that's it. So once you have calculated this, now you can go back and divide it with what? Overall you already know, right? Anyways, what you have done, I think you have created a table. That's okay. I'm just saying that this also you can implement, but what he's done, he is actually created the table. So if you go in the table, I'll show you. Basically, table will hold only the values which are coming from the month January and February and this. Okay, so which is okay. Finally, this table he's using at, he's adding this value. So let's see. So he's saying sum now this field sales because it has this data. So either you use this table or just the DAX that I've created. Okay. The important thing is that in the, so here in the calculate, what he's doing, he's in the calculate. Okay, he's using the same table. Okay, and he's using all Q5. But tell me one thing, in your data all Q5 here, you don't have the 12 months of data.
Sir, actually,
So
in this question, I was confused. That is why I was asking the queries in like WhatsApp group. So I got to know that I have to solve 3 month contribution on
yes,
total sales
so
of 3 months.
yeah, so in this you can't use this table because this table has got only 3 months of data. So all will not help here. We need 12 months of data, and for that you can just use this sales sum tax.
Sales from that.
So we can say calculate sum, calculate actually sales. Uh, 1 second. Calculate sales sum tax all, and then I'll say the table called sales actual because there you have the data, correct?
Yes, sir.
But if I close this, let's press enter. So your question number 5 is this, yeah. So this is what it is, and also this the value we have added here, which is 75. Okay, anyways, I leave this. We can cross check this. So our total two, this is 25191, right? So we can open the calculator. 25191 divided by total. So what is the total?
You can
Total we
get
have.
in first tab.
Is this the total?
298.
This
298,
one.
sir.
298. Okay. So what is the number 298? Like what? 29 lakhs or what?
Yes,
Uh,
2,98,000 something.
Ajay, it's 298064.
298064.
Right.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, so this is coming 0.084, right? So you multiply this with 100 and you're done. Fine. Yeah, so this is again clear. Okay. And so when you go back, just according to the lecture, just, use these. If you have to restructure this, please go and do that. That you should do. So this is done again. And now the question number 6, what will be the total sales excluding Feb, April, May and December month? Well, that's a very simple. I think you have to just use the not equals to in calculate. Question number 6, calculate sales. Okay, you're using the filter in the table. Yeah, other than filter also you could directly write month name not equals to Feb and month name not equals to this. Please remember he is using and this is very important, because if you use or, then there will be problem, right? Because we are saying that Jan, for example, the field is Jan. Now if the field is Jan, then, and I'm saying that it cannot be Jan, it cannot be Feb, it cannot be March. So you have to write and, because if you write or, then any condition can be true, right? So this is very simple. So you have written here not equals to Feb, not equals to April, May. Yes, right. Now I want to give you homework, and I want that you guys go and put that snapshot on the group. Let me see who can do that. See, a very good example. Here he is adding so many months. I'm sure while writing this, he must be thinking about some shortcut, because Feb is there, then May is there, December is there. There can be 4-5 more months, or forget about the month. There can be 10 categories which you want to exclude, right? Which you want to exclude or which you want to include. So why to write such a big formula? So please go and check how you can use the in operator. There is a in operator in a database. You just go and write in and start the bracket and then a comma b comma c. It means that a and b and c are, it means a and b and c are included, and there is a operator called not in. Okay,
Sir, I have just shared on the chat. Is that correct? I have used it.
okay, you have used it. Great. So
Yeah.
so you do one thing, just 1 second. Just tell me here. Okay, I'll just write new measure. And I say question number 6, 1. Yeah, so instead of this, in the filter, what we will do, sales, yeah, here. So you just tell me what, what do I write here?
Yes, sir. So it will start with calculate first. Okay, then we'll have the sum of actual sales.
Yeah, that's there.
Yeah. Then comma, then we'll have next parameter not.
Not in?
Sales month.
Repeat that, not in, you said? Or just not?
Yeah, not sales month. Sales actual month column.
Okay, so sales actual month. Sales. Okay, you mean this one, right?
The month column. Yeah. So the one which is initially we have in the data set.
We can
Then
take the
it will
month
be
name.
in
Month. We will write month. Yeah.
Month name.
And what? Equals to Jan?
in.
Okay.
What is equal to in. Then we have curly braces. Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I said that this is how the not in you can use. So basically you can't write not and then in. There's a way of doing it. So not, then he's saying the field name in. It means if you don't write the in, not, guys, then it means you're looking for these combinations only. Okay, So since you have included not, so this will exclude. So let's see that. Okay, so what is the error? What is the error here?
There is an extra double quote. See, in this again this serial number 2.
In serial number. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Very good. Yes, yes. All right, so let's just push this question number 6 here. Question number 6, and let's see the value. So see the same value. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Yeah. Okay, so okay, good. Okay, then there's next question. Need to see the rank wise the top agent names in terms of their sales, which should not include the Jan sale. Okay, so we are not talking about the Jan. So I think just unfilter the Jan by maybe using the slicer, and if we use the all selected, the ranking will come. Let's see how you have done it. Because if I use all selected, then based on the all selected, my ranking will again recalculated. My ranking will be recalculated, and we have discussed this. Question number 7.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
In the next slide.
Okay. Okay. Is this the table you're using? Yes.
Yes, sir. I had created a DAX excluding Jan.
Okay. That way you have created. And you have creating the ranking for these associates. Okay. Well, you can create the ranking for anything. I mean, it all depends on the formula. We can create based on the months also. So what you're doing here, you're saying rank X. So, has one value. Obviously, this is for blank. So just leave this part for now. Let's say we're starting the formula here. So rank X needs the table. You're giving the table in the form of summarization. Summarize. And all, the rule, we have to use all. And the filter that comes from salesperson that goes here. That's a rule, we always have to use all. And because there is only one filter context here, salesperson, so he's using salesperson, otherwise you have to write the other one also. And then the sales actual data salesperson. What is this? Okay, group by. So grouping happens on the salesperson. Yes. Okay, so we are summarizing the data. The new field is sales, and this has to be done on Jan sale, excluding Jan. Okay, interesting. Okay, so if I go and check this tax, this one, why this gives these silly? I think it's not working. Your this Jan is JN or what? I think it's.
Yes, sir. JN.
So why are you getting the error here? Oh, you're not getting? Okay, fine. I just thought I saw those lines. So this gives the total excluding the Jan. Perfect. So he's created in this way. I was thinking of different way that I will use a slicer, but this is again a good learning. This now has a total, which means total from Feb through December. Okay. Now on this, we need to find the ranking. Okay. Okay. Because this will not include the Jan sales basically. Yes. So then let's go back to the question. Okay. So you're using the summarization, and in the summarization, new field comes and you are saying this is your basically that DAX. You know, in RankX, we have to use the DAX. This will not include the sales of Jan. So you'll actually have a total where of Feb, March, April, and all that, you know, so there will be a proper the values where we have these the numbers excluding Jan. Okay, so then the summarization will happen. Okay, and summarization will be then given to the rank X. Okay, and then finally, what is the next step you're doing? This is the expression, right? If this is the expression, what is this? For summarization,
That was for summarize.
that's for summarize. Okay, this
Yes,
is for
and
rank
that's
X.
for
Yes,
rank
so
X.
this is what you're using, yes. And then descending order we are using, okay, and then we are using the dense so that a field rank should not be skipped. Okay, yeah. So basically your understanding, the how you have understood is that let me just remove the Jan total from that, and then let's put that, because you see these all people have done their sales in Jan also, right? So we don't want to count that. Maybe by putting the Jan, maybe the Jan has done, let's say, maximum highest sales in Jan. So accordingly, or maybe lowest, or maybe some Jill has done the highest sale. So it can impact the ranking if I add the data of the Jan to all these people. So we have excluded that. Yeah. So this is okay. My understanding was a bit different, but then it doesn't matter. The thing is, according to your understanding, how you have done it, right? And that is correct. So this is seems to me okay. Finally, I've used the has one value. Anyone has to say anything on this? I mean, just let me know. My point was that how you will do, you will just go and calculate the ranking. I mean, you will just calculate the rank X. You will simply put the sum sales, use the sum sales DAX, and you will put that in this filter where actually you will not have the sales, but you have the months. So you will have Jan, Feb, March, April, all that, and they will have their ranking like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, right, based on the sales. And then I use the slicer. In the slicer, I'll use the month slicer and I'll remove the Jan from there, and then you will have only Feb, March, April, May, June, July. And if you remember, go back to that exercise, that it is the one that is already used for the rank Jan month, the whatever, let's say the Jan has 7th number. So if you uncheck the Jan 7, that the 7th will not be reallocated to the other. Okay, so for that, then we will go and say all selected. I mean, we will use in the rank X, instead of using the all, we will say all selected. Then accordingly, what will happen if I remove the Jan? If Jan has taken the ranking 7, that 7 will be given to someone else because Jan is now unselected. So that is another thing, but this way again, what you have done, you have excluded the sales from Jan and then put the formula. Both are correct. Find out the total sales excluding find out the total sales excluding each row data where sale was less than 500. Find out the total sales excluding each row data, okay, where sale was less than 500. So I have to exclude the sale where the number is less than 500. Okay, and then I have to find the total sum. Yes, so let's see. Question number 8. Calculate. In the filter, you're using the data, picking the data, and you're saying that the sale has to be greater than 500. I think this is perfect. Yes. So the table here, filter comes and it says that I'm going to pick the only greater than 500. So instead of working on less than 100, you simply said, let me just use the greater than 500. This was the simple one, right? Okay. Then the question number 9. If the target is $3,000 for each month, tell the number of days where the target has been met. Okay, so let's say Jan, Feb, March, April all has 3000. So we can calculate simply, we can say that, okay, so let's compare each actual, Jan actual, Feb actual. We have already, we know their total, right? We can use the sum. So once we find the total, we can say if that sum is greater than 300, just, maybe that table we can provide to the uh, count rows, I guess, right? We can count the number of rows wherever the total of the sales is greater than. So yeah, so we can say count rows, and in the count row, what it says table. I need the table or what? There we have to see then. Let's see. Question number 9. Yes, so yes, we have used the same function. Okay. So what you have said, okay, so you're summarizing the data here. Okay, you're summarizing the data. So you have all the sales. So all the Jan, Feb, March, they're coming like that. And then that goes where you're saying the sales sum tax should be greater than 25,000.
The
Okay.
values were different in table. That is why I've taken 25.
Okay, that's fine. So your filter has, first of all, the months, all the months with their aggregation, and then uh, first, so you are actually picking the entire table, and that you give the table to the all the 12 months of the table you are providing to the filter, and in the filter you are saying, now in this table, let's see, yes, which one is the greater than 25,000, and then finally the all those less than 25,000 will be removed and you're counting it. Okay, yeah, this is also right.
In tab 2, there will be the answer.
Tab 2?
Yes. This is the answer. Like I have created 3 tabs, so
Okay. Okay, this is okay. But what if I simply say that, that, I mean, I was just thinking that, so why are you using 25,000? Because the sales certain number was quite high, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so it should be 30,000 otherwise.
Yeah, I
But
thought let's take it.
how this is possible? If I see this is 25,000, right? 25,000, 24,000, 24,000. The total sale.
And sir, in question you have given 3,000 items.
Oh,
So
wow.
I would say all the months would have greater than
Yes.
$3,000.
Sorry, actually I was supposed to get 30,000.
Yes.
Yes. Anyways, for future I'll keep this 25. Fine. So I was saying that, can we not do this way? I mean, let's just give it a try. Then, I mean, if not, then okay, fine. We have already got the solution. I also have to go. So I'm saying that, what if I simply say count row, and in the table, so my plan was that I can use maybe the if condition, and I can have generate 1 and 0, but seems like the table, it's okay. Let's try. If I use if, and I say that your total, this is your total, right? Sales sum DAX. If this is if this is greater than 25,000, you use 30,000, right? But in this case now, I'm just no, it's not going to work actually. Because total is, this total will be different. It's not going to be like the month on month. Only if I drag this here in the table visual where I have Jan Feb, then the filter context will be applied. So, okay. Okay, so that's why we have to use the filter, and In the filter also, if I just say that this is my table called sales actual, and okay, yes, you're right. We need the month-on-month aggregation for this, because here the aggregation is not there. I have Jan repeatedly coming, Feb repeatedly coming, right? So that's why you have first summarized this. Great. So that we can have 12 rows and each of the row represents a data. Anyone has any other different way? Okay, no problem. Fine then. Tomorrow let's see that we will create one dashboard. Okay, and I'm sending you this file. Okay, please use this. If you haven't attended any question, or maybe you think that you need to practice more, so you can refer to these questions.